Welcome back to talknorh.com. Thank you for listening. If you can, please download before you listen. It helps our business. I'd also like to thank our producer, Brandon Morton, and let you know if you'd like to sponsor this program or any of the programs on the network, you can reach me at jsouhan47@gmail.com. talknorh.com is powered by Bite Squad. Go to bitesquad.com or download their app. Get food to your door in minutes. Use the promo code TALKNORTH to get your first delivery free. Talk North gets you your first delivery free.
Yes, I injured my finger yesterday putting on a sock. It was a tight sock.
Welcome to the Russo-Souhan Show. It's 1 week into the season, and people are already panicking, and we're going to tell you that those people might be right.
No.
No, Michael says no. He doesn't want to write off the season after 2 games, but he has 80 more games to cover. He's Michael Russo from The Athletic. I'm Jim Souhan from the Star Tribune. This is our hockey show on talknorth.com. This is, once again, the most popular show on the network. We had about 140,000 listens across the network last month, and this had a nice percentage of those. Thanks to everybody who's helped make the network and this show a success. Check out Bite Squad, bitesquad.com. Or download their app. Use the promo code TALKNORTH, all one word, caps, all caps. TALKNORTH, one word, all caps, to get your first delivery free. You'll be helping us out quite a bit if you did that. Thanks also to Delano's Pizza. Our next live show is Wednesday, October 17th, 6 o'clock at Delano's Pizza. Please come down and hang out with us. Michael might even get you a treat. We'll tell you more about that later before the show starts. And thanks to other sponsors, Twill and the Dining Galleria, WizKids.tech, Fixology Repair, and Tony Hoagland, your State Farm agent in Champlin. Thanks to producer Brandon Morton. Let's get to it. Not an auspicious first couple of games, Michael. Talk people off the ledge.
Well, Bruce today, they had a real fun practice actually down there today. I love Boyd over there.
My French Bulldog carries around his Chewy toys as if they're cigars. He looks like James Cagney.
Yeah, no, he does. It's pretty cool. You should like the end of it. He looked like Cheech and Chong.
And by the way, you check my Twitter feed if you want to see the way he looked. He disappeared. I was going to take his picture and embarrass him.
So yeah, practice today. They had a real fun practice, and man, it's like sometimes it's like Bruce is like that dad that like somehow fools the kid into doing hard work or something. It's like the guys were having a ball today at practice, and next thing you know, it's like the losers kept on having to skate laps and do 20 push-ups, and then they get up and they're all excited about it, and Bruce is kind of skating away I fooled those guys into working hard. So they had a great practice today, and Bruce even said after, look, if these guys are gripping their sticks tight after 2 games, and it is going to be a long year. And look, the only thing I'll tell you is that the Wild were, the last time they were winless after 2 games was last year, and they made the playoffs, and they did the same thing in 2014, and they went to the second round of the playoffs. So what you've seen so far is definitely not the end-all, be-all, but it has, the fear of it, and I've said this all along, is the fear is that this is just a hangover of last season, and that even in the locker room, when you don't change things up, not only do you have the angst that's already in the fan base, which is concerning because, man, my Twitter account is just it's just anxiety on a daily basis, or not even anxiety. It's the worst type of cynicism that you can ever imagine. Fans are just just up in arms over this team.
Because you can handle the anxiety angle of this without their help.
Yeah, exactly. Let me be the cynical one. If I want to write that Linval Joseph is going to be the fastest player in the Wild, let me do it. You can't. So it's like when you're a kid, if you saw somebody punch your brother, how you lost your mind. No, that's my job.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. So the fans are crazy. But what I was saying is that even in the locker room, the concern is that it's a tired team in there. And when I used the word tired in my story yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, and a couple of people commented like, "Oh, don't make excuses." It's like, to me, they didn't understand what I was saying. The point in my game story that I wrote the other day is that they look like a tired team. They're obviously not a tired team. They're 2 games into the season. So, or do they look like this tired, slow team beyond the fact that they're slow and aging, but that they're just exhausted of each other, exhausted of doing this and knowing what the end of this is all going to be? I don't know. I mean, this is all...
I blame the media.
But again, I mean, we've seen it before with this team, and they figure out a way to get it done, and it's way early in the season. The teams that everybody thought were going to be much better so far have not been, but so they have plenty of time to figure this out. But again, there are flaws on this team that seem to have come into fruition here in the first couple games.
By the way, if Michael's voice fades out at all during this podcast, is because he is lowering the microphone on his headset so he can drink more coffee, because we know that's what Michael needs.
And I'm leaving here to go to a coffee shop, too.
Of course you are.
So,
and you probably came here from a coffee shop.
I did, actually. I came here from...
The amazing thing is we have all these great... we have a technology company sponsoring us. We have a watch repair.
Yeah, where is the coffee shop?
We have a State Farm agent. We have a pizza joint. We have Bite Squad.
It's like all my vices.
It's like except for
coffee. Yeah.
This is the most logical show ever for other comedians in cars getting coffee and the Russo-Souhan Show are the 2 shows that should have coffee sponsorships.
The beginning of comedians in cars having coffee might be my favorite beginning of any show there is. It's like it's like an unbelievable sensation to see the coffee being poured into the coffee cup.
It's beautiful
with the smoke, the steam rising above the. Next. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. It's coffee bean porn, and it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
It is amazing how
the sound and the look and
everything about it. I mean,
smell it through the computer.
There are times I take a drink coffee and go, it's all right. I can take it or leave it. But man, the smell and the atmosphere, the steam, the feeling around. Okay, I'm making Michael shake. We're gonna get away from that here really quick. Hey, once again, Bite Squad, bitesquad.com, Bite Squad app. Promo code TalkNorth. TalkNorth, one word, all caps. First delivery free. You'll also be helping out our network quite a bit. Bite Squad, food for your mood. Delivered. Next live show, Wednesday, October 17th, 6 o'clock. Delano's Pizza, downtown Minneapolis. We love doing shows there. Great staff. Big screen TVs everywhere. Bubble hockey, jukebox. You can sit close to us and make fun of us like some of our regulars do. You can sit way down the bar and pretend you don't know us, which is the way I would go about it. Fully stocked bar, gluten-free pizza, great regular pizza. And as my wife was saying, she loves pizza and she loves that style of pizza, kind of that thin, crispy. I don't know what town you identify with. It's not New York. It's not Chicago. Whatever it is, it's my favorite kind of that thin crust with great toppings and a proprietary, Jared has told us this, proprietary tomato sauce that he makes himself because he's not going to give out the recipe.
The night I met him,
yes,
he had to drive from Woodbury to downtown to make the sauce because he doesn't let anybody else know it.
So join us at Delano's Pizza and please order. And here's the cool thing, you can really support our sponsors by ordering Delano's Pizza through Bite Squad. I did it the other day, and the great thing is it shows up like just looking just as good as if they just walked across the restaurant to your table. No cheese was spilled. Nothing was out of place. It was really cool. So is there, the eternal question for any team that doesn't look like it's playing well, is there a move they can make? Is there something you can do? The guys just have to play better?
Well, of course there's moves to make. I'm of the belief that you don't go out and trade for William Nylander. I don't think he's an $8 million player at all. This is a guy that scored like 2 or 3 playoff goals in 13 next to Austin Matthews. I don't see, and if you make that move, he better be the star, and I don't see him being a star. Now, I haven't seen him a ton, but, are you going to trade? You'd have to trade dollar for dollar. He wants $8 million a year. If you're going to pay him $8 million a year, you're going to have to get rid of 2 of your top players. I really hope the Wild are not thinking about doing something that crazy. The other thing is he's in Sweden right now. And so just you make a move like that and you're getting off 2 impact players off your roster. You are going to have to get him a work visa. He's going to need time to get into shape. I don't know. I'm not for that. So what moves are out there? The jury's out. I think this is the team right now. I really do. That's actually something that we're going to probably write this week in The Athletic is kind of a story on really analyzing the whole William Nylander situation and whether or not he makes sense for the Minnesota Wild. That's something we're doing. By the way, The Athletic right now, we have an unbelievable promotion for you that if you go to theathletic.com/IKnowRusso, $40, I think it comes to $40, so basically $3 a month. It's 40% off. So actually, that would be less than
wow.
40. And again, everybody I think at this point knows what The Athletic is. The model is very simple: no ads, no pop-ups, no autoplay videos, and just awesome stories. I wrote one last week on Nick Seeler that I'm still think that a lot of people would love to read. Aaron Portzline in Columbus. That's the cool part of this model is that you get to read everything that's going on. We have the best beat writers in the country for hockey and all the sports, but you get to go to read those type of stories. And Pierre LeBrun and Burnside. But Portzline wrote a story on Lyle Odoline today that's one of the most amazing stories you'll ever read. And it's funny, I let him, back in February or March, I got in touch with Aaron because I knew he had a relationship with Lyle, and I heard Lyle was basically unconscious in a hospital in Pittsburgh. And then what Aaron turned this into is absolutely unbelievable. It's an amazing story, and we've got all that on there. And it's funny that I won't say which newspaper, but it's not the Strib. But there's another one in town that's got a paywall now, and I'm telling you, Jim, it's like I went to their site the other day, and you can't even go up and down the pages. Without things just popping in your face, you can't read the text and everything, and it makes you just not even want to go there. So, that's the cool part of The Athletic is that there's just, it's the cleanest experience ever. So again, theathletic.com/IKnowRusso, and you'll get a 40% discount for the first year.
How about if I just walk up to you and say, I know Russo, will you buy me a coffee or something?
Yeah, I'll buy you a subscription. How about that?
Wow, how about that?
I did that today with somebody. I actually don't mind that. I like when people, I remember this kid at the state fair comes up to me and goes, I'm misreading in the Strib. I loved it, blah, 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 blah. And I said, there's a student discount, theathletic.com/student or whatever. And then he walked away and I'm like, give me your phone. And I actually did it for him. So I, pulled out my credit card and paid for it. So I'm so proud of this company and what we've done there. So again, theathletic.com/IKnowRusso.
You're like Starbucks Santa.
Yeah, I am. And speaking of which, at the next Delano show, I was trying to think of some cool stuff that we could do to get more people out there. And one thing that it might be kind of neat is, so I'm packing up my place right now because I did sell, by the way.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. So I'm packing up. I got to move in a couple of weeks just to an apartment while I build this house. And I got all these hockey books. And so I was thinking it's kind of like every other show at Delano's, I think that I've read. So I think that what I should do is bring 3 or 4 of these hockey books, and then when we have giveaways during the show, maybe if you ask a live question or a question that makes me mad, Vicky, you'll get your choice of a book. So
good idea. That'll be cool. So everybody come out. Cool. Come out. We've had great crowds out there. It's just a lot of fun.
Or I could just buy you a drink.
Yeah, we can do that too. I appreciate you doing that to promote the podcast, Michael. Let's get to a question I have about this team very quickly. Thanks to our producer Brandon Morton. Please download before you listen. It's a better listening experience. It's good for us as well. Also, if you are interested in sponsoring a program on the network, and let's face it, the Viking Show and the Russo Show and some of the other shows have starting to kind of fill up with ads, and they sell at a decent price. If you want to be involved with the network at a very, very low price per month, with no long-term obligation, sponsor the Kevin Gorg Show. Frozen Fantasy with Dan Myers is really cool. Dibble Dabble with Ryan Shaver and Jordan Taylor, or one of our other newer shows. We can get you in very cheap. Just kind of get a newer show rolling. So the lack of team speed on this team, is that Fletcher? Is that bad luck? Is that drafting low? What's the main problem there?
Well, I think it's a little bit of everything. I mean, there's no doubt the last couple of years they've given up speed. I mean, even the Jordan Schraders of the world, who I'm not saying he should be on this team, but the guy was super fast. And then all of a sudden you couple that with getting rid of Eric Holla, and you couple that with getting rid of Marco Scandella, and you couple that with losing Mikey Riley, and then you exasperate that maybe by going out this offseason and adding Matty Hendricks and Eric Fair, who aren't the swiftest of foot, and then all of a sudden you add to that the aging fact that their guys just got older in this team. Miko's gotten slower. Stalled right now is definitely not skating as well as we've seen him skate in the past.